Okay, so this video is on Chromatic Rag. It's gonna be great. First off, the first thing that you can encounter as a problem is the chromatic scale aspect of it. So we're gonna start with just the chromatic scale, and conveniently, the piece has all of the fingerings in it. So start here. Just goes up just like that. Wherever the white keys touch, pretty much, you're gonna incorporate your second finger, just like that. And then from right here, your hand is doing a little bit of a fourth. So if you were doing a normal, like, laid out triad, be kind of something like that. So instead of your hand getting to relax fully like this, it's in just a little bit. So something that helps me is knowing right where my muscles in my hand feel, right about here. So I can tell, okay, wherever my hand is, my pinky's going to land on that C, which is the second note, which is the first note in our second measure. So I can go from this just like that, because I know exactly where that fingering is. So I like to practice intervals like that when I'm doing something like this. So instead of just, oh my gosh, I messed up the second measure, I'm going to start all over, I just go, okay, I'll play the last half of the first measure and the first half of the second measure. So I'd start something like, and I find, especially right now, I'm kind of concerned, like, okay, once I'm here, how do I know I'm going to the E? So I'll make sure I have that muscle memory. And instead of just moving my hand, I'm moving my entire wrist almost all the way to my elbow to incorporate that movement, so it like carries that momentum with me instead of just trying to lead my hand. I try to carry my wrist to wherever I go. Not too much, or you're gonna get hurt. But so let's start here. Already messing up. Okay. So our next run isn't starting on C, it's starting on D. So with this one, gotta make sure you're playing that chord correctly. And then the next one. Now, when I was practicing this before, I was making it unreasonably difficult and trying to play it up here, and it's harder to press the keys down up here. So, if you probably won't make the same mistake as me, but just like that. And make sure that your quarter note isn't too short at the end of that measure. I would take my phone down and show you, but it's in a precarious position right now on my water bottle, so you're not getting that full view. But if we do it, it's so instead of it's, if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta make sure that note holds out the whole time. Alrighty, and then from there, we're here. Or pretty much. So while I'm playing that, my left hand is already getting into position. So from here, and when I'm playing this, there's almost little movement in my right hand. So I almost put it on autopilot and I completely look at my left hand. I just know that my pointer finger is going from up here to down here. So without looking, I can almost just slide it down. Now, you want to get out of that habit of just sliding. So you want to pick your finger up, but you get very used to the interval of these two keys. So, and then this one's just normally laying out as if you were playing a normal triad. Well, that's a wrong key, but you get the gist. So I'm looking at my 5/7 chord here. And then, so my left hand's ready. Now my right hand just needs to get from here to here. So I just jump up. So all together. Now we get into a little challenging aspect of it. You have to move from this chord to this chord quite fast. So if you're going about, so you have to make sure you're here and then here. So what helps me and what I like thinking about is taking my middle finger up to this note, and the rest of my hand just kind of follows it, because my other two fingers are still just moving up that whole step, right? White key to white key, white key to white key, whole step. This one's going quite far. So when I'm looking over at my left hand, I'm just, so if I'm tapping the rhythm in my right hand, so just like that. It's also a good way to practice is to tap one rhythm in your right hand and the other in your left hand. And what helps me, instead of tapping the rhythm in my left hand and playing with my right hand, I'm more focused on getting my right hand in check and making sure that I can play the right hand. Because for me, my dominant hand is my right hand, and it just helps more. Because sometimes the left hand melodies are so simple that I don't really need all that much. But it does help a lot. And then, so making sure that I'm keeping all of those eighth notes, quarter notes in time while playing the more simple melody in my left hand really helps. So, if we're beginning, that interval I was telling you about, right there. I'll start one more time. So, something that helps me with that part, so I make sure that I know exactly which finger's going where. So 5, 4, 3, 2. And just in between that, it's 1, right? So there's a pattern that happens. So 5, 5, 1, 4, 3, 3, 2. Lifting my fingers too high. So make sure that when you're lifting your fingers, they kind of don't go higher than the black keys, because you don't want to do what I just did and try to put your finger down and hit another key. So I make sure that when I put 4 down, I put my 1 and 3 on this finger down, or this hand. My fingers have fingers. Just like that. So sometimes you can do like little exercises that'll help your fingers. Like when I'm just sitting still, I like to do this. It's, where is it? It's these 2 fingers and then these 3 fingers. And you just kind of make sure they're together. And that helps. So when I'm in class and I'm bored or something, I'll just do my little hand exercises. And it kind of helps you make that autonomy with your hands that you need, so that I'm not having to think, okay, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, then back to that chord. I can more so make sure that I'm playing the right notes in this hand and not what I've been doing in playing the F, because it's the E. Gotta reach. So I keep messing up. What do I do? So now I'm just going to play the left hand. I'm going to make sure it's down. And since I can play the right hand a little faster, I'm going to see if I can get the left hand as fast as the right hand. So but that quarter note, I have to make sure that I'm keeping it bum, 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 bum. I went a little too fast there for a minute. So let's see if that helped anything. No, it didn't. Correct chromatic fingering is also important. So you saw what I just did. I cannot play an F sharp from this. I have to make sure that this goes up, right? But my wrist really hurts doing this, so I'm just going to bring my entire hand up the piano. So and then from here, I'm very close to my next run. So if it's gotta make sure you're going up to that F sharp again. And then you can't see me, so I'm gonna bring it down a bit more, or actually I can just turn it.